College students are often required to write research papers, so it's very important that you understand exactly what constitutes plagiarism. This may have been taught in high school, but it would be helpful to review this topic since it is essential that students understand how to avoid plagiarism. That is the purpose of this video, to clarify how to avoid the problem of plagiarism. Fort Hays State University has a statement on plagiarism in their academic honesty policy. And Fort Hays is not the only college or university that has a policy on plagiarism. It can be found in the academic communities of high schools and colleges everywhere. But with the growth and accessibility of the internet, the problem of plagiarism has been compounded. Some individuals believe that anything found on the internet is simply free game and can be used without consequence. This, however, is not true. Plagiarism is stealing the thoughts, words, and ideas of another person and may lead to a grade of 0 on an assignment. Pay careful attention to how your instructor will handle any incident of plagiarism in your course. You should avoid any plagiarism because it may impact your grade, but also because it's simply illegal to plagiarize the work of another person. The best way to avoid plagiarism is to understand what it is. If you copy work from another person and do not give them credit for that work, you are guilty of plagiarism, even if you give a citation but neglect to use quotation marks. Even paraphrasing the words of another person without giving a citation is plagiarism, so you must be careful in your choice of words. Keep in mind that no matter how much you try to paraphrase in your own words, if you are presenting an idea or concept that has been previously stated by another author, you must still give a citation or reference. Let's take a look at some examples on how plagiarism can be avoided. In this example, you're writing a paper on enzymes, and you find several articles, but one of them seems particularly relevant to your paper. Here is the portion of the article that has the information you want to use. In particular, these two sentences. So you write your paper and include these two sentences word for word. Would that be okay? Nope. That is plagiarism. You stole the words of another person and have used them as if they were your own. This is stealing, and stealing is wrong. But of course you knew that. But what if we changed a few of the words? Would that be okay? No. It's still plagiarism and unacceptable, especially in academic writing. What if you use a direct quote and gave a citation? Is this wrong? Yes, it's still wrong because you did not use quotation marks. When you use a direct quote from another source, you must use both a citation or reference and quotation marks. This indicates that you are quoting directly from another source. Well, what if you don't quote directly or by paraphrasing from an article? Is that okay? Well, if you have found information from an article that is not common knowledge but something you learn from reading the article, you still need to give a citation or reference. This is what research is about, seeking out studies or research done by others and compiling this new knowledge into a paper that clearly shows who found answers to questions and studied new theories. When writing your papers, be very careful to avoid plagiarism and being penalized for stealing the works of another. Now, since the example used in this video is an article found in an edited collection, I'd like to show you how it would be correctly cited on the reference page using APA. Flynn is the editor of the work titled biotechnology, and bioengineering. In using APA, the authors of the article are listed first, in the order found in the article, using last names and the initials of first and, if given, middle names. You do not spell out first or middle names. Then follows the year of publication in parentheses and a period. The name of the article is given next with only the first word of the article capitalized. All the rest are lowercase unless they follow a colon, and then the word following a colon would be capitalized. One other exception to this rule is that all proper nouns are capitalized. This includes the names of cities, people, and places. The title of an article is not italicized or in quotations. There is a period following the title of the article. The name of the editor is next, but unlike the authors of the article, the initials for the first and middle names are listed first, followed by the last name and the word ed in parentheses, and then a comma. If more than one person is an editor, you would use eds. Next is listed the title of the collection in italics or underlined, with the page numbers of the article in parentheses, and then a period. Then you would list the city and publisher with a colon between them, and finally a period. This is how the article would be listed in the references of a paper. Notice that the title of the book follows the same guidelines as the title of an article, and only the first word is in caps. Hopefully, this will help you understand how to avoid plagiarism and correctly cite an article from a collection using APA.